Hello, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing. This video we have something big to unbox and review. This is Creality K2 Plus. Let's scratch today's 3D printer. This is Creality K2 Plus Combo 3D printer. I just got it today and we're gonna be unboxing this. As you can see here, it is so massive compared to my table, my desk. Time to clear this out. I think I'll be getting so much more of these. Okay, so this is not gonna be the best unboxing view, but it is so big, so heavy, so I had to do it on the ground. This box comes with these to secure the bottom piece with the top piece. Pull these together and just pull those out. One of these clips came off while transporting, but hopefully it does not damage the machine. Okay, so once we have all of those clips off, we can just lift this box with ease. Oh my god, wow. Man, you don't know how excited this is. Unboxing this K2 Plus is like, it brings my memory back when I first got the K1 Max. This is such an amazing feeling. I'm just so excited, pumping right now. So at the top, we have an after sale card and some stickers. So this is what the top looks like. Let's start from this piece. We got the filament connector for the multicolor. We also got the single size spool holder. I believe this is the touch screen. We also got this small box. In the box we got, not quite sure what this is. This is a small chip. Got this piece of plastic. Got a tube clip. Also got a tube hole clip right here too. Some screws with Loctite, I believe. This metal piece here. Some silicone nozzle wipe. We also got thermal grease, a replacement blade cutter. That's it with the box. A screen base, power cable, some buffer screw with the Allen wrench. We got some filament swatcher. Oh, it's just filament color, which is pretty nice, pretty cool. And I also don't think this was 3D printed. This big unit up here. Okay, let's unwrap this. Dude, this is so exciting. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at this box. Wow. They provide you with a box of tools. They give you a filament clipper or just a flat clipper. This one is basically the same as the one that they give you on the K1 Max, but it's in different color. Oh, and by the way, I made a video of the 6 most useful tools for 3D printing, and this is one of them. If you want to see that video, go check it out. Bed scraper, lubrication grease, a full glue stick, 4 sets of Allen wrench, Allen key, a USB, a small tool head with an adapter tool head right here, so that you can just clip this on and torque it down with this handle, so that you can put this in and use this. Wow, this is so cool. Also provide you with a filament clog poke stick and 8 head screw for this thing. So you have all these shapes so that you can work on your 3D printer easy. And yeah, there you go. This is a full set of tools from Creality. I wish more 3D printers company do this. Continue on. We got a bag of filament tube, all the accessories you need for Creality filament system. We have a replacement unicorn style nozzle, which is so nice. Okay, we take care of the top, so let's take this out. Oh, and by the way, look at my room. Oh my gosh, I got no room. Looks like we got 2 sets of filament, so let's get those open and see what we get. Okay, so it's not a full spool of filament, it's only 0.5 kg spools of filament, but this is Creality red filament, and I believe it has this. It will detect what color is in this row of filament. And the second set of filament is Creality's blue filament. All the foams are taken. Now I need to take off the bottom. Take this 3D printer, put it on my desk, but not quite sure how I'm gonna do that. This thing weighs over 100 pounds. Oh my god. Holy sh! Oh my gosh, so apparently this thing is way too heavy. The leg screw broke. I don't know how that happened. Could it be when I tilted? Or maybe it was already broken. This is metal, not rubber or anything. This is pure metal. Yeah, as you can see right here, that's where the screw broke. Oh my gosh. Already a first problem. So what I think I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be drilling it with this. Make a small hole. Then I'm gonna be using one of these circular tool and try to dig that out. Holy crap. I just broke the tool. Oh my gosh. How does a screw like this break? Okay, so I've been trying to figure out how to get this bolt out, and apparently it's super hard because a dumb like me, I tried to drill through it, but I broke it and it's so small that I can't use any other drill bit. So what I'm thinking right now is I'm gonna be getting myself a set of screw extractor. I think that's what they call it. It's like these, I don't know, screw extractor. I'm gonna buy myself one of those pack, and tomorrow I guess I'll try and attempt to take this screw out, because without this thing is wobbling and it's not gonna be stable. This one right here, look at this. It cracked that. It cracked this metal piece. This is rubber, but this is metal, and it still just took it off. And I took off the screw. It was bent. So it was not my fault. It was the 3D printer's fault for being way too heavy. And yeah, it is what it is. I gotta get myself some extractor bits. So yeah. Okay, finally got in place. For the meantime, it's this one here. I'm just gonna put it in my place and just put this thing under. It's not moving anywhere. This thing's way too damn heavy. It's so heavy. But before we get further into this video, Creality did not send me this 3D printer. I wish they did. But I bought this thing myself, $1,500. Let's get rid of all of these packaging tapes and let's look in the inside. Ready? Okay, so now we need to move this. This is for transportation only. Making sure this does not move. So let's remove that bolt and that bolt. We will also need to remove this bracket down here. Let's do that. Okay, I got everything out. That last one was a pain. And now I can fully remove this CFS right here. We will take a look at this. I spoke too soon. Creality print more filament. We got one more 0.5 kilograms of filament from Creality white. I always drop things. Okay, so we get 4 colors from Creality: black, white, red, and blue. All of them are 0.5 kilograms, which is nice. I say that they didn't provide a whole kilogram, they provide 4, and this is 2 kilograms. Let's read all the labels before we even start this 3D printer up. Remove the screw rod holder before printing. Okay, so it's just these. So we just pull these out. What? Wait, these are in place? These are wobbly? Okay, that's weird. Not sure if that's what was intended. I didn't realize that this was this wobbly. 4 screws on the yellow mark. Okay, got all the screws out. I'll be saving these screws for future projects. Here we go. Let's get rid of this. Ooh, satisfying. Tear off the sticker before use. Okay, let's just do that and leave residue. I don't like that, but whatever. Okay, anything else that we need to remove? Please remove camera cover. Oh, what, just right here? Come on. Oh my god, there we go. Wow, that was so hard. How did they even put that in the camera? Look at the camera. Look at that. This thing also has a camera right there under the nozzle for tracking, getting your first layer good. This is a 350 by 350 by 350 build volume. It has 2 lead screw, 4 rods, 2 on each side, 2 auxiliary fan, 1 on each side. You got this PI built sheet from Creality. This is where your nozzle will wipe, and this is where it will purge, and it's gonna go down there to the back of the 3D printer. Let's take a look at the nozzle head first. This one is very easy to remove. Look at it, it's held by magnets, which is so amazing. The previous generation was a huge mess. You gotta take so many screws off, so you can just take this off. Swing this a little bit over there so that we have space, and let's go. The whole cover came off. There's no fan attached to this, which is so amazing, making working with the nozzle head 10 times easier. So let's take a look at this. This is your nozzle. It comes with a hardened steel nozzle. They have a marker right there. I don't know what for. It's a side fan cooling heat sink, which looks really cool and interesting. Lovely to work with this. This is your extruder right here. It tells you how to remove the extruder assembly, which is nice because this is a must. Sometimes, because many times it will get clogged. It looks like the chain here is a little bit thicker, stronger than the previous generation. It doesn't sag that much, and it has so many clearance right here. So even if this sags a little bit, it will not touch anything like how the K1 series did. Filament attachment or detach and attach. Your filament extruder is back here, which has a fan, cooling fan for the extruder. That is really cool. Wow. You can see the extruder gears in there. And with all of that setup, you get a 100-pound 3D printer. Okay, let's do it on my bed because I don't have room over there. Look at this beauty right here. Is there a way to unlock this? They put a warning label right here. No TPU, no PVA, or no BDOH. And yeah, not quite sure what those two are, but subscribe to the channel because I'll be comparing this with the Ace Pro and how these works. So it looks like Creality provide you with a small tube here with the filament guide up here, and you can use this as a attach and detach. It has bearing on each side, making this very smooth, and it has the gear sitting right here. So it's gonna use this gear to spin this thing while extruding the filament in, which is really nice. Hopefully that does not have any clicking noise to it. I didn't realize this, but I forgot to take this out, and I believe this might be the lid. Let's take this out. I was wondering, does this thing not have a lid? It's right here. Well, right here. Everything is so big with this K2 Plus, man. Creality is not joking. Wow, that is very beautiful. Next, we're gonna install this touch screen. I wish they would just have a screen protector for the screen and not make this tab, or just make a screen protector. This is the bracket, screen base. This goes in like this, so you put the screw all the way in there. I thought we got a bracket in there. Attach it to the screen here. Go to at an angle, and then push it towards the middle to lock it in. I believe everything is totally finished right now, so I'm gonna just go ahead and power it on right now. Oh, yes, look at that. It works. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful, man. This gives me flashback to the K1 Plus, K1 Max. Now we're gonna do the self-check. This is gonna take 16 minutes. Okay, self-check has completed. It did take about 16 minutes. Let's click OK. Okay, so this can go all the way to 350C. Let's take a look at the UI. It looks clean. What is this? That's for the filament. So all your settings right here, your fan. Yes, I love the slide fan here. It's so nice. Okay, your filament setting, your print setting, AI detection. It's still kind of messed up. AI detection, auto PA flow rate, and all of that. Ways true inspection. Calibrations. Okay, everything is right here. You don't have to go to setting, which is so nice. And let's see how this works. Yeah, automatically detected. Okay, it's checking, I think. Pulls it all the way through the hub back there, and then retract all the way back. Ooh, look at that, it's printing now. It did a purge line here. Wow, look at the purge line. Seems perfect. That first layer seems really nice. Whoa. Okay, Creality. Oh my god, this. Wow, prints so fast. You can literally see the layers going down right now. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And now it's full speed right now. Whoa, you can see the layers going down. And dude, the fan blows so much air. Right here, there's not that much air, but over here, there's like a ton. Look at that, right? It's straight in the curve. This is straight in the curve, so it's the opposite. Okay. So that gives an even heating. Oh, you can see my hair is a mess right now. I can literally talk while this is printing. It's quiet. It's so nice that they have everything here locked out. And this panel right here seems like a really nice panel. It's not the same as this. I think this is aluminum. It's die cast, but maybe the material is aluminum or maybe not. But this looks amazing. The side right here looks gorgeous. Why didn't they make that green though? Has these rubber pad here for a nice tight seal all the way through at the top with the frontier. And yeah, it's not super quiet, but compared to the K1 Max, but yeah, the quality of this is mind-blowing. Okay, it's mind-blowing. Maybe the Bamboo Lab is comparable, but I don't have that 3D printer. If they want to send me one, I'll gladly take it. Or if they want to send me their newest one that's not out yet, but I'll gladly take it and compare to this thing. Alright, so now I'm doing the first layer test and we'll see how this goes. But overall, it's printing really nicely. It's been a couple of days since I played with the K2 Plus. Let me tell you, I love this 3D printer now. And here are the results of what I have been printing for the last couple of days. First of all, we gotta go with the benchy. This is a pre-sliced benchy from the 3D printer and it looks pretty good. At the front, you can see right here, that's where the layer starts shifting right there. And you can see that there's like an outer layer right there. So yeah, that might be a problem, might be not. But I feel like many 3D printers does this all the time. When the layers shift from normal like this to a higher layer like this effect happen a lot. Overall, the benchy is a pass, and be mindful, this is printing in 16 minutes. So the next thing I did was this test. It was already pre-sliced on the slicer or on the 3D printer. And let's start with the tolerance right here. So the tolerance is, I never printed this one before, so it was 0.2 all the way to 0.6. So the 0.6, 5, 4, and 3 all came off from the build plate. It's very easy to come off. 0.2 is still stuck in there, so I'm trying to see if this will break off. Just push it down, push it up. Okay, this one is not coming out. It's not coming out at all. It's a short distance. Many 3D printers can do this, so it's no surprise there, but it still looks pretty good. And here's the overhang test. So it went from 45 all the way to 15 degrees. And I would say 45 degrees is really good. 35, you start seeing a small defect. 20, you really start seeing defects at the corners. And 15 is just, yeah, it's just like that. But 15 degrees and it still prints like this. That's a plus. Over here is another bridging test, and you can see the small bridge here prints fairly well, and it gets worse and worse from there, but looks like it's not touching the bottom part, so I think that works pretty well. I think at the Cobra 3 it printed a little bit better than this piece. And here is a really tight overhang here. It printed, but there's some sagging there. Like I said, I haven't really printed this test much. I only did it twice, and this is the second time. Maybe more in the future I can compare lots more and I will know which one is printing this piece really good. And just look at this pyramid tower, looks good. The text looks good, and this side, not sure what this side is, but looks good. There's really no VFA here, so it's a plus. Then I finally did a multicolor test, which is their 3D benchy right here. And here you can see there's so much stringing, and that is one of the cons of the K2 Plus, which I will explain later after I go through all of these. You can just get rid of these very easily. This benchy looks so much better than this benchy. It took a lot longer, and all the colors, and wow, I'm just amazed. Wow. This looks really good. Right here you don't really see the effect of changing layer height and stuff like that, and that's how much weighs, of course, all the poops and stuff like that. It's Orca Slicer's tolerance test. It goes from 0 all the way to 0.4, so we know, right? 0.4 it will go through easily. 0.3 it will definitely go through easily. 0.2 it can go through easily. 0.1, okay, it got stuck on 0.1, so you can see right there. We can push it through. Yes, we can push it through, which is nice. Okay, let's see if we can do 0.05. Okay, 0.05 is stuck. Why can't we push it through? Oh, there we go, I got it through, but it's very tightly stuck in there. 0.05, it still gets in 0.05, but can I get at 0? Let's see. I got it in there a little bit. Let me try to push it all the way through. There we go, we got it in there, but I think it's stuck. Okay, tolerance for the K2 Plus isn't quite there, but it's still really good that it fit the 0.5 and gets stuck on the 0, which is really nice. So for all my testing print here, I just use the default setting, and for all of this, I use Creality Print version 5.1, the latest one. I was planning on using Orca Slicer, but Orca Slicer, I couldn't really figure out how to use the CFS, and I think that many people that are gonna be getting the K2 Plus will be using Creality own Slicer. Creality Print 5.1. So that is what I use. Let's go on and see all the test print. And a 3D printer could not be completed without a first layer test. And oh my gosh, you can't even see anything through this. It's so nice. But on the corner side here, you can see these wrinkle effect, which might be caused on, being a little bit close to the bed. And this one was on workout slicer. Like I said, first I started out with workout slicers, and then for the rest of the print I just used Creality Print. This was the only one that was on workout slicer, and I think it works really nicely. This one looks a little bit better than it was printed on Creality Print. So then I went out and print with other types of material, nylon, PC, PP, or it did get clogged on PP. I will put a small clip right here, PETG, ASA. But let's go on and take a look at this. This is a table clamp where you use a screw, push this thing, you clamp stuff in the middle right here. It kind of failed. This material is PC, so it was printing like this. It was printing like this. The screw broke at the same layer that this split right here. I'm not quite sure why this happened. I don't think it's the 3D printer. Consider it printed so well. Even this angle right here, if it can print PC at this angle right here like this, it's a really good 3D printer. I really never got successful print with PC before, and this is the first time that I really got a successful print. But it's just that when it gets to this layer, it just didn't stick or just crack or whatever happened. Not quite sure what happened. And I did not even dry my PC when I printed. I had this filament for over 2 to 3 months now. It's just sitting there, so I think it's very moist. It printed this good, which is nice. It just got cracked here. I will try and maybe redo this print later in the future, but for now, it printed out this whole thing overnight, and it just holds, which is so amazing. And this is just Creality PLA. I just made this box for really no reason, and it printed so nice. The first layer went out amazingly, and it never lifted from the build plate, and it resulted in this really nice looking box. There are some string here and there, but overall, I feel like it's a really nice, good quality box. Even the top layer looks amazing. And then I printed this car with supports. I feel like I used way too much support here for the arches here. I don't think it needs support, but I just did it anyway. Let's see how easy it is to remove support from the K2 Plus. Can I remove it by hand? Looks like not. Oh, and by the way, all the links for the models that I 3D printed here will be in the description down below. In terms of support, it's not the best yet. Okay, finally got all the support off from this, and I broke this part because the support was stuck so well to this thing, and I just broke it. But this is the seat, was printing PLA black, and I feel like overall printer pretty nice. Here's all the wheels, here's the rim, printing in PLA Creality red. And here are the two axles. So you can see here that it's very stringy. It was printed next to each other, so it's going back and forth, and you can see that there's like all these particles from stringing. So let's install this, put the two axle there. Came out so easy, or the tolerance is just way too big, but overall I think this print was really good. It could just be the tolerance from this the person that made this, but still really cool design. But then I printed with nylon, and as you can see there, it's just nasty. But the top part looks pretty good. It's just stringy. I did not dry the filament at all, and the reason why the bottom part is this bad is because it was printed quite fast. It was printing about 100 millimeters per second. I just used the default setting, printing everything. If I tweak it, it could have been so much better, but I just want to test the default print. This amazing piece right here. Look at that. This was PETG, and it just demolished PETG. Well, PETG isn't that hard, but there's just so much stringy. I don't know what's with this K2 Plus with stringing, but it's just hairy stringing. And yeah, even though it got enclosure, there's just so much stringing. And woo, look at this. I can make this big piece of dragon. Oh my god, it's so cool. I think I know why people love these so much. It just looks so cool. amazing. Look at that, it's shiny. Well, yeah, that is pretty much all the prints that I have been able to do with the K2 Plus for the past 2 days, and I think all the results here looks really good. And this is not like a takeaway that, oh, it sucks, I'm just gonna get it worse, I'm just gonna get other 3D printers. It's not that. It's just that I'm really putting the K2 Plus to the test. I'm not drawing nylon, I'm not drawing PC. So now let's talk about the goods and the bad of the K2 Plus. Let's start with the good. The good of the K2 Plus is that the first layer is just so good, man. I just love the first layer. I just love watching the K2 Plus put on the first layer. It's just so satisfying, and the way that Creality designed the nozzle head, you can clearly see what the 3D printer is printing. Unlike some other 3D printers that like really hides the nozzle in there, you can see the nozzle printing and working at the same time. Another good thing about the K2 Plus is that it's very easy to use, man. You just click print and it just do its thing. Purge, it starts printing. It's just so easy. Many 3D printers these days are just so easy. It will just do everything for you now. Auto calibrate the bed leveling, auto test everything, just clean the filament, clean the nozzle, and then just perfect print every single time. Another good thing about the K2 Plus is that it is really quiet. I love the motors. The motors are really quiet that you can't even notice the 3D printer is printing. Unless the fan is off, then yeah, you will hear the motor. But the motor is very quiet compared to the K1 Max from previous year. The motor is very loud. You can hear all the motor noise. But for the K2 Plus, you barely hear the motors if the fan is running. Another good thing about the K2 Plus is that not many people are gonna realize this, but I'm gonna compare to the Cobra 3. The Cobra 3 has the Ace Pro too, but the Ace Pro has to connect to the Cobra 3, and it also has its own power cord, so you gotta connect the power cord to an outlet and connect it to the 3D printer itself. But for Creality's K2 Plus, you don't need to do that. It only comes with one power cord for the 3D printer, and then you have two cords that connects to the K2 Plus and the filament thingy at the back. Not quite sure what that called, but the filament thingy that you can put in 4 tubes in there, which contains up to 16 colors. You just need to connect to that part and the 3D printer itself, which is convenient. Another plus is the amount of space at the top of the printhead. It's not like the K1 Max or the previous K1 series where the top is super close like this, and then the bottom tube has to bend at a 90-degree angle, which is so bad for the filament. But this one, it has a lot of space, and for whatever reason, Creality upgraded their chain so that it doesn't sag down. They use more durable materials that it just really slides back and forth. It doesn't sag down, which is a plus. I can keep going on forever for this, but the video is getting really long, so I'm just gonna go to the bad side. The bad side, or just missed opportunity from Creality, is the number one that I really wish Creality had put into this K2 Plus combo is their CFS itself. It's not a filament dryer, it's just a filament holder. It's unlike the Ace Pro, it's a filament dryer plus a spool holder plus their multicolor. The CFS is just a multicolor there. It's just a multicolor with holding filaments as spool. It's not a dryer, and I really wish that it was a dryer because it has indicator of the temperature, the humidity inside. It has all of that, but it doesn't dry. It does not have a heating system to dry the filament while printing. If they were to add that with the CFS, it would be a perfect combo for anybody that wants to get into multicolor printing and a huge print volume. But that is a really downside of this K2 Plus. I like how it rolls very smoothly, and the roller has gear attached to the motor itself, or not like directly to the motor, but it has the gear connected to the motor, the gear spinning the motors and stuff like that. So it spins exactly at the same speed. The amount of filament extrude and the amount of it spins, it's exactly the same. And now it's time for my rating of the 3D printer. So first of all, print quality. How good of a print quality is the K2 Plus? Well, from this benchy right here, it looks really good, but then go onto this benchy, it looks not that good. And if you look at this box, it looks really nice. And then if you look at this, it sucks. This is just my rating of what I feel about the 3D printers compared to all the other 3D printers that I have. So for print quality, I will have to give it 8 out of 10. The next is tolerance. These are really good tolerance, but the 0.2 it's a 0.2, it's not 0.1 or 0.05, it's a 0.2 and it's stuck in there. So yeah, but for this Orca slicer's tolerance test, it can fit all the way to 0.05, which is really nice. And based on this card, everything just falls apart. I will have to give tolerance a 7 out of 10 because its own profile that comes with the 3D printers can't even get out of 0.2. The next thing, first layer, 10 out of 10 for the K2 Plus. Even this PC, the first layer, I did have a brim. There's no lifting on PC. And I was like, oh, I totally forgot something. I forgot this. I print this with ASA 3D filament and it looks gorgeous, dude. This tree looks gorgeous. If you look close at it, you don't even know that is 3D printed or what. Can you tell that's 3D printed? This is ASA from Polymaker. And it has this glitter white in it. It looks so beautiful, man. I love this. I love the way this thing turns out. Oh my gosh, I can't, man, I can't believe that this is printed by the K2 Plus. But if you look at the top here, you will definitely know that it's 3D printed. The top here, I don't know why it doesn't look that good, but even this part looks good. ASA, and for the first layer, it does not warp. It does not warp at all. It printed perfectly for the first layer. Even though right here it has very small surface area to attach to the bed, it doesn't warp at all. Next is speed. Speed for the K2 Plus. Yeah, easily 10 out of 10, man. It prints so fast. Next is stringing. If we look at this dragon, there's like so much stringing all the way from the tail all the way to the front of his head. And this is PTG. I haven't really got this much stringing with PTG at all, even on the Kill Max, my other bed slinger 3D printer. There isn't that much string on other 3D printers, but for the K2 Plus, don't know why it strings so much. The axle for the card, it also has these stringing here, which is really bad. Stringing is really not noticeable here, but there's still a few. I will have to give stringing a 5 out of 10. Many of the parts, if you print 2 parts, it will definitely have some stringing here and there, so it's 5 out of 10 for stringing. And then we come to the last part, easy to use. Is the K2 Plus easy to use? Definitely very easy to use for me. I have not messed with anything. I just did the calibrations, the input shaping, load in the filament, click print, and they just print with no issue at all. So I will have to give easy to use a 10 out of 10. And you can see the overall rating right here. So that is pretty much it with my unboxing and review of the K2 Plus. There's so many more videos that I have in mind and so much to talk about on the K2 Plus. But for this unbox and review video, this will have to end here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are interested in the K2 Plus, consider using the link in the description down below. It will help this channel and help make more awesome videos in the future. So thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment down below. Leave a like on this video. And as always, keep on 3D printing.